lineup, but this time it is an overwhelming amount of team fight. To a point where it doesn't almost matter how far behind you are, you can still win a fight with this combination of heroes.
Yeah,
You've got the Chronosphere Egg with an Ancient Apparition Ice Blast over the top.
You know, it's oh, they might get first blood.
They really might. Disruption into an
Yeah,
Aether
they got
Remnant,
it.
into a Stomp. Who are they going to give it to?
Seb.
Seb.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what their lineup reminds me of? It's like if you let a kid who's just watched Dota once or twice draft a lineup. It's like, I want explosions everywhere, like big team fight, you know, real Michael Bay-esque. Pick literally every large cooldown, like cool-looking ability in Dota. And then you have
and then,
Invoker
of course,
that,
you Invoker, which
yeah,
is
exactly.
what every new player's
it's just like a
favorite
weeb
hero
dream
is.
or something. And I can say that, you know, I can talk trash about Twitch chat. You know, I get paid in like coupons to cast this event, so you know, I'm really rolling in it big time right now.
Yeah, you're a professional, almost 30-year-old man talking about video games for a living. You
Honestly,
can
I'm just living the dream.
Want.
But I do think that AA Void is very good against Morphling. But everything else is kind of a little bit tricky.
So you think Sumail could have a hard game?
Yeah. If he plays really, really quickly and he gets good items and they get a fast Roshan, I think that's how OG wins. Because that's how you're going to have to beat the Chronosphere Ice Blast combination. That's the only way, in my opinion, is if you get all the Aegises. Or if you're just like running in and somebody catches solo.
Well, God seemed to think that Seb was going to have a good game, and it seems like it, as they're going to actually tri-lane around him and try and shut down this Void as early as possible. They have a nice little kill combo, Disruption into Remnant into Stomp. It's a really big chain stun.
And they do have a lot of different ways to set up fights, which is good for OG. They're sticking with this principle. They're saying, screw this for Protect 1. Maybe that works against Viking GG. But against a team like VP, you have to match their speed with even more speed.
They have taken a little bit more of a late game hero in the Morphling, though. Would I be remiss to say that it is kind of a blending of the two strategies?
Yeah, but I think Morphling in this game has to play kind of fast. Okay. I think it's really hard for him to play this like slowish, let me just pace this game kind of style. Because if he tries to play similar to, what is that hero called? Like a TB or something in this game, at some point you're just going to get Chrono AI blasted.
Sure.
But we've seen, especially with the patch recently, like if you build up a big enough gold lead, like you don't feed it away that hard. Like, remember when OG got a team fight wipe in their base and they only got like 2k gold for that? All you need is a good start.
That wait for missed both the CS there. No one picking up a number denies in that mid lane. In a matchup that, well, an easy pickoff maybe here onto Solo. Trying to body block him as much as possible with the illusions. Really well done by No-Tail.
He gone. And this top lane is really free for Seb. I mean, they're kind of... Brian.
I mean, they did a good job, right? Soxa goes, he pulls the creep wave, so now it's sitting so far back that they can very easily pick apart the supports. With the supports gone, now the carry doesn't feel comfortable being forward in lane. Seb has a totally free lane to be able to get as many last hits and denies as he wants. He's 10-6 now. They're even going to stack up for him. 33, though, he's going to have a bit of a rougher time, but because he's in his safe lane, he was able to get a good amount of experience, and he now has a level advantage over the dual lane he's facing.
I mean, it looks like he's in a good lane, too. Like, this is a very, very good start for OG.
They're going to swap things up here.
They are going to move around, yeah. They Pango versus Void is the matchup that you want if you're VP, and they're going to lose the Sentry Ward. Rezo is going to chase No-Tail to no avail. They're just going to continue to let Seb absolutely free farm. And I like this, by the way. They're still leaving the rune at top.
Yeah, just like last time.
Yeah, just like last time.
So when Sumail does get his bottle, which he's
not that close
going to struggle for it, but
he's doing fine in CS, even with his... oh, they finally got a kill at top.
Okay. Looks like they managed to land a spear on Soxa.
Yeah, despite, you know, Sumail's like 65,000 ping. He's still doing fine in CS.
$33 and No-Tail. Now going to dual lane up against the Faceless Void. I wasn't sure if they were going to pull both. Oh, yeah, they are. They're going to pull both supports down here. So they can pretty much tri-lane with either core. They don't have to really shift people around necessarily. It's maybe a bit better with the Centaur stun. But if they can pull the lane back, they can threaten this Faceless Void once again. Soxa unable to get the pull off, though. And Centaur with a lead going up against the Mars can certainly do an okay job solo laning. Still got to be careful, though. Gonna bonk him one.
Give him the old bonk.
Still has plenty of HP to work with here. Science is going to be pulled back into the Aether Remnant. Disruption going down as well. Does he have the dive up? No, he doesn't. He does have a TP,
that was
though,
a lot of damage.
And it's not quite enough.
They try to pop them all at once. And there is
a bottle
haste
being
rune.
delivered. Samael trying to go for it, but a tornado to intercept, and a deny. Well
It's
played
okay.
by no one.
He'll remember that his team very kindly left a bounty rune for him. So he's
That's
going to double bottle.
He will fill it back up.
Bottle on bottle. And all three top CS going the way of OG so far. I mean, I feel like it's still a laning phase patch. And so far, so good.
Simultaneously, VP, like, they have enough team fight that they can kind of make it work. As long as they don't lose the laning phase, like, super hard, right?
Yes, I think so. Like, if they're within, like, 2k gold, then I would say that the game is still very reasonable for them.
Okay. That sounds like a good metric to work with.
I don't know. It just feels like these... I feel like with the patch, these leads are just going to... Oh, he's not going to get the rune ever. Oh, he's just going to lose gold. Sumil, did no one say anything? I felt like this was a conscious decision. They did the same thing last game.
Can't blame that online, can you?
Oh, no. I know Sumil's playing from, like, Antarctica or something, but come on, man. That's a freebie. They lost gold because of that.
They're gonna get those bounty runes denied. Solo pops the ward down. He's like, oh, hello. Look at that. And just like that, OG, they no longer have that same net worth lead.
Come on.
Still in their favor, but 33 has to jump away here. But he's going to be pursued both by the Icarus Dive and ILTW with the Time Walk and Aether Remnant, but the burn from the Fire Spirits will certainly get the kill.
CIS hit every single Fire Spirit there. Really well done for him.
Yeah, another man that's apparently working with some ping, Zayats. But you wouldn't really notice it from the way he's been playing.
Did they get 4 bounties, by the way?
Tournament long. I think so.
No.
No.
No Tail got one.
Not a, No Tail looks like
Soxa got one. Okay. So 2 for 2. And Sumil is going to find a DD rune. Very nice rune for him in this game. Net worth lead still very slightly in favor of OG, but VP are beginning to battle back. But it's really just Seb that...
They have Stampede, so got to be careful with that bottom lane. A global impact could come through, especially with 33 closing in on his level 6, and you know they want to shut down ILTW some more. Poke at him just a bit here. Disruption. Aether Remnant. It's going to grab a creep instead. ILTW is going to be fine. If anything, he might try and battle 33, who does get locked to the spot here. ILTW turns some damage back on Soxa.
They've got to be careful because of the Centaur Stampede.
Yeah.
I think he would have gone for that if they weren't just baiting that. I think all the fights at bottom lane OG want to take because they know that they have this 4th hero that can do something about it.
But now that Stampede could be ruined by
they saw the Invoker.
Classwex Invoker. They did.
Yeah. So that was a good D ward by Solo. That kind of confirms when the team like backs off all of a sudden, and no one really wanted a bottle charge there or an urn charge, but was unable to get so, as the Grandpa Christmas Invoker will go denied so far.
Anytime he leaves the lane, Samael's going to be right there to start doing damage to the tower. So when he makes these rotations, it has to be pretty fast.
Yeah, and Seb is going to get speared along the wall, but I believe he has a hood, so this will heal him if anything.
He shrugs off that damage pretty easily. Level 6 is almost here for that Faceless Void. A very key timing with all their combinations they have. Seb, they're going to go for him again. Stampede's going to go off. The Icarus Dive trying to pursue. No one's there on the other side with a Cold Snap. And Seb, very likely with this Tornado Spear combination, he's just going to die. To Zayat. Zayat is the one to pick up the last hit. Samael cutting over with an Invis rune. Very odd to see a Morphling trying to gank, especially with no boots.
He's getting up there. He's faster in the water. Everyone always forgets about that.
His natural habitat.
Yeah. And they've in fact found No-Tail, who should be
he's not
really
getting out
dead
of here. The cold feet mixed with the arena. He's got nowhere to go to stop this stun from going off. Now, Sumail's going to try and get the counter kill on his Zayas. Almost had it, too.
He got speared
but
back.
Instead,
He's
he's
on
speared
morphed.
while he's on agility form. He joins his death, ties it right next to No-Tails, and they go down sinking together.
And this is supposed to be a lineup that I feel like was supposed to be ahead at this phase of the game.
Yeah, and even then, they still are slightly ahead in net worth. It goes to show that they'd built up a decent lead, but these continual kills from Virtus.pro is offsetting that.
Yeah, and these massive 5-on-5 team fights, they're going to look ugly. You have AA Void, Morph will die in like 2 seconds with a Spirit Vessel too.
Yeah.
It's really going to come down to Saksa again. Like, he's got to have some good disruptions.
Yep,
And they're gonna
that
get
smoke's
spotted.
going to pop, and they're both going to be caught up in the Tornado EMP. 33
Goodbye.
ditches No-Tail immediately. And ILTW, who made the rotation over, time walks forward, thought about going for the Chronosphere, I'm sure, but once the guaranteed kill, and once you throw away those spells, right, then OG can bounce right back and run at you again. So you have to be a little bit conservative with your usage of your ultimates.
33 is just going to come up here and mess with ILTW. Looks like they're going to battle over the bounty runes. He's got to be careful. He just committed his jump too, and that's why 33 will posture forward. Looks like they're going to just trade out runes, no problem. Sumail's going to grab himself a regen.
Another arena, and Seb may die a second time here as a Sunray. Stampede going off. He managed to stomp the two of them, but he can go nowhere with that burn damage and the cold snap combo.
Zayas is just dominating.
He certainly is. And Seb, I mean, he was the one who had the best lane of all, but now he's been caught 2 different times trying to play very aggressively. Both times, it's a no-one invoker that rotates over and punishes him.
They're playing very well on the lanes right now, VP. They're trying to offset the fact that their heroes are a little bit weaker by just doing things together as like 3 or 4 constantly. And they're beating OG to the punch. Like, I have not felt the impact of this Pango yet. Have you?
No, certainly not.
And I feel like this is the difference maker, because if you try to match the pace of the Void and farm, I think you'll lose. So I feel like right now is OG's time. Like, they had this Centaur who, despite his like 2 deaths in a row, he's still the highest net worth in the game. You still want this hero to be able to fight right now. Stampede is still very strong, but they really need 33 to somehow find a way to participate in this game.
My man's trying to work towards a Vlad's, just a typical aura build-up. Very much in the style of kind of 4 Protect 1, just trying to help Sumail here. But, oh, he managed to get off the shrink
won't
board.
matter.
Is that going to matter? I don't think so. Too much damage rains in on him. That Chronosphere with the cold feet, with cold snap, and all the damage they can lay into it, Sumail doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, the AA Ice Blast is way too strong against Morphling. He had a channeling for quite a while too, but does not matter at all. Just gets popped.
Looks like they want to go for a kill here on to no one. Seb just kind of marches through the lane.
Now he's completely out of mana.
Juan charges to refill that mana, but it's not the most efficient use of their time here.
I cannot stress enough they need 33 in these fights. Like, we've seen the Faceless Void get more aggressive right now. Not that I'm blaming him at all. It feels like he has to be the one to also push out the waves and try to deal with the Void so he doesn't just AFK farm.
Yeah.
But I think VP are fighting really smartly around that fact. Like, they're out-rotating and out-maneuvering OG, in my opinion, pretty hard. The net worth lead is still, it's negligible. And they might even
pull
find a
back
pretty
in.
big
Can
kill
they
here.
get the stomp? They manage to land that. He still has the Icarus dive as well as the Supernova. He gets a small distance away. Is he going to pop the ultimate, or is he just going to give up his life? He gives it up. That is a mega kill streak for Sumail. But at the same time, in the middle lane, 33. He got caught by the arena and spear combo.
They still should try to hold on to this mid tower, and that's why No-Tail is going to come. But I said Stocks earlier, but I meant No-Tail is a pretty big part of this game, because he needs to be able to disrupt save and be in perfect position. Like, his spell casting has to be as good as Soxa's last game.
Okay. The other thing I was going to say is we haven't felt the presence of 33. Well, we haven't felt the tower presence of Seb. with his Centaur. We need him to take some early towers. Fortunately, with that kill at top lane, they did manage to take that one. But you need to be at a tower advantage on OG, right?
Yes, I think so. I think ideally you want to save this mid tower at all costs. You don't want to give it up for free, and that's why they're doing such a good job of just sending 3 heroes at it. Bad teams, like, take note. If you don't know what to do on the map, just defend your mid tower. If you're going to do anything in this game, defend your mid tower. This is for if you're just going to play stacks with your friends and stuff, and you're like, ah, well, I don't know strategy. Def that tower.
Blink Dagger soon for Seb. So he feels like they need a source of initiation, and he wouldn't be wrong. Double damage. No one's baiting it right now. No one takes it. And now pushes forward. He sees a little bit of a stack here, thanks to high ground ward. 33, if he ventures a little bit too close, he's going to be swept up in a tornado. Swashbuckle away, possibly. Disruption goes down, but this is just going to set up for the spear.
Nice disrupt.
Okay, nicely done. 33 pops out the other side. And now the Aether Remnant is going to be able to grab Zayats there. Pulls him back in. Trying to slow down these heroes. If they can get to him with the Rolling Thunder inside this river area, it could be disaster for Virtus.pro. 33 bounces back and forth into Resolution, onto ILTW, trying to finish off Resolution. They still need more damage, though. Now the Chronosphere. It managed to catch the 2 backline heroes. Sumail, he managed to morph strength, so he's going to be okay, but they still haven't finished up those damn heroes they were searching for in the first place. They've killed Resolution's Mars, but Zayats is still being, oh, what a jump in from 33. He managed to at least kill out the Ancient Apparition. He got a couple of lucky shot procs, pulling back in, no one with the Aether Remnant. He's looking for a little bit more. Saksa disassimilates and tries to retreat, but ILTW, he's going to chase after him. Almost catching him. Another Aether Remnant is up for Saksa. He's going to pop in now to try and stall ILTW, but without any mobility spells, he is going to be caught, trapped, and brought down. ILTW with the triple kill.
3 for, what was it, 2 for 4? I think the SD died too?
Yes, that sounds about right.
This is kind of a disaster, where they use the AI Splash, the Egg, and the Mars Arena.
Yeah, see Resolution, he thought there was a disruption bubble somewhere in there, as did I initially.
Nah, but he just popped out, and they were able to get the turnaround fight. I thought this was going to be a lot better for OG, considering the field of engagement. Like 33 coming in, I thought he was just going to bounce permanently.
Yeah.
But instead, it was the turnaround. He didn't get that one more hit on the Rezo that would have made life easier. You can see that ILTW hesitates. If they have AI Splash here, Sumail's dead 100%.
Back into the
go
game
back
where
into
they've
it.
caught no one's
That's a big
Invoker.
kill.
That is a massive kill.
And they're going to find one more.
Zayats, he's going to be bumped by the during Sunray with the Rolling Thunder. Hits him twice.
And they might finally claim that mid tower for themselves without even losing their own. Very big turnaround. Would have loved to have seen how that started, but it doesn't really matter because they get a tower out of this, and they need to continue to just press their advantage and fight. You can see the line being drawn around the map. They're saying just take control of this area so that we can eventually Roshan.
This is one of the advantages we talked about for OG, right? Is the fact that they can just run at you again. We're going to watch that team fight again. The Blink Dagger from Seb. Finding that stun, and from there it's all over for VP. With cooldowns and with the Invoker dying first, any fight is just over.
They want to take the mid tower themselves to try to negate this advantage because they really can't give up Roshan. And being able to take mid tower, it doesn't prevent OG from taking Rosh, but it at least makes it a hell of a lot harder. So they're fanning out into their own jungle while ILTW farms. But Sumail is, I don't know how it happened, but he is well ahead of the pack when it comes to net worth. He's quite strong, and they're just holding this high ground area. If anybody runs into them, Saksa might be the best choice for it because he has so many different escapes for their lineup.
Going for a Lotus Orb on Saksa. Now that they've taken this mid tower, they are a little bit more free to smoke like this, just running through this mid lane.
Yeah, they didn't have the best fights going on, but one thing they've done very well is Sumail's constantly farmed, and the one big move that they did make led to a kill. They might just kill on the same exact spot. OG
Sentry gonna be dropped.
the area.
They're gonna
They're going to see no one.
Here.
They're going to catch him again like this.
They want him. They got the stop. That's big. They're going to follow it up with the Purge. The Arena's going to go down trying to protect him, but the Aether Remnant, it pulled him back through. Now the Rolling Thunder's going to hit him time and time again, and Samael is there to collect the kill. Now they're going to hit Samael. Oh, ILTW, he's been bounced off.
There's a lot of wasted ultis
there.
right
the
now.
Supernova's going to go down, but a clean retreat? No, not so clean. Seb's going to be caught into the back line with no one buying back like that. He will punish Seb for that initiation. 33 jumps to the other side of the river, but a Chronosphere is going to make sure he's caught. No disruption from No Tail just yet. And the Remnant tries to jump in. Samael back and forth as he turns into the Void Spirit. He's trying to get away. Resolution going for the kill onto 33. 33 hope for a lucky shot. He needs the lucky shot. Can he actually get it? The clumsy net goes out from ILTW. He managed to jump away, but Saksa, he's trying to go for that back line once again with all the poison stacks. No one's a little bit low.
His dieback.
Onto the Sentry. Dominating streak for Samael as he managed to bring him up. Nice swashbuckle. That's going to be able to disarm at least ILTW here and slow down the Mars, who chases No Tail. He needs a couple more hits. No Tail trying to dodge him. Another lucky shot. He needs it just at the right time, but a God's Rebuke finishes him off. Looking forward, a 33 dodges the spear, pushes forward onto Resolution. Aether Remnant's going to be able to pull him back while Samael takes down CIS. Resolution will finally die in the end. Despite the buyback from Virtus.pro, OG managed to be the victors of that engagement.
1,000 gold, and they're going to go into Roshan too. I harped on this the entire early game about how if they can get control of the map, I said VP need at least a 2,000 gold lead to be able to prevent this comfortably. And this is the downside of your massive cooldown, big combo ulti lineup, is if anything misses, it looks terrible. Sumail, as soon as he sees the AA Ice Blast go off, he's like, this is a free fight for me. Literally nothing can touch me. And he's completely right. He's got Manta for the Spirit Vessel. They don't have the best ways to deal with him in the fights. They don't have continued lockdown for him. It's really just the Faceless Void Chrono into Ice Blast. And they still have, they've only hit that on him once, if you recall. That time ILTW came mid.
Stampedes, runs off the cold feet. Samael.
And again, he's unstoppable.
He takes the kill.
It starts with the 2 pickoffs that they find in almost the exact same place on no one.
Yeah.
They just slowed down this pace-setting hero. They recognize no one is the hero that they need to kill. He's the only non-major cooldown ulti fighter. So if we ruin his game, like, what can they really do? And VP will always have a chance in this game because they have the best counter, in my opinion, to Morphling. But that makes No Tail's job even easier. Just disrupt the Morphling.
Yeah, he just plays heavily in the back line. Right now, his job is easiest when this Morphling has an extra life in the Aegis. So he's going to play around Seb right now as he tries to put some pressure on that tier 2 tower.
Oh, that was... It's really, really well done by OG. I'm having a really good time watching them because I think they're playing the pace of the game very well. And they're doing all the little things correctly. They're starting to utilize their net worth very well.
Seb, he wants that kill, and he may just have it. Yep, solo. He just gets one shot before anything can happen. Gets off the hood. Disruption. We'll be able to buy him some time here. Tornado comes through, toss him up in the air. He's going to be bounced back by the arena wall. EMP burns him out a little bit more. It looks like with the cold snap, he's probably dead here. But so is CIS. And now Samael turning into a Faceless Void. He turns back into Morphling form, but an Aether Remnant stops the LTW from getting into
Where's
damage.
your damage.
Now he's being chased down, and he gets bursted just like that. Samael pushes forward a little bit farther. He sees no one. He's already dead. CIS on the high ground has popped the Supernova, but Samael don't give a damn. He pushes into the tier 3, dodges the Supernova stun. They try and catch him with the Aether Remnant. Samael with these double mobility spells between turning into a Faceless Void and time walking around while also waveforming around at the same time. He can catch almost anybody.
And they've got a 5k gold lead. 17-17, but all these early kills never led to that mid tower, which made VP's life impossible, and he's just going to get another kill.
Beyond godlike Samael.
They can't defend this now. They don't have Chrono Ice Blast.
They don't have their big abilities. And OG, they know it too. Look at those odds, man.
VP are just crumbling. They're just getting ran at right now, and they don't know how to stop it. It really starts with those back-to-back pickoffs that they got onto no one. He dies back for one of those engagements. And OG, they're just everywhere at once in these team fights, and so it's really hard for ILTW to set up. And with the Aegis up on Sumail, they're really reluctant to just blow the combo on him.
That is the full lane of Barracks dead in 22 minutes and 30 seconds. 18-17, an 8,000 net worth lead for OG. And Virtus.pro a ways to go until they have their next round of combo abilities.
You have maybe one more good fight on the side of VP. Because they take base real quickly. And ILTW is not scaling up right now. In fact, Sumail's playing a better Void than he is. He just keeps morphing into him, so he has that double mobility, and the time-lapse is destroying him. Or the
time dilation?
Yeah, the time dilation.
That is rough. They're going to smoke up, trying to go into the high ground, but Sumail immediately initiates
the
with
two-man
Seb,
stun.
hitting the two-man stun. Immediately the Supernova is going to be popped here, but it's not enough to protect no one. Sumail keeps on pushing. He's going to go for solo here. A nice Rolling Thunder that chain stuns on ILTW 1, 2, 3 times. Fortunately, there is going to be resolution time. A force stun, a follow-up stump. ILTW, he can't do anything. They didn't even need Sumail for the damage. OG, the other two-man, of course, managed to bring down ILTW. A second life on Sumail means a second tier 2 tower and a second tier 3 to fall.
This is going to be 2 sets of racks. And VP, again, they just can't pair anything together right now. And this Invoker just gets ran at in every single engagement. He has no breathing room at all, hasn't advanced his items one bit. It's going to be an 11k gold lead. It's just 24 minutes into the game. Going into this day, I really thought it was going to be a 3-1 stomp for OG, but right now it's looking the other way.
Certainly is. Virtus.pro.
And
They
these
seem to
teams are
have the wrong idea on how to combat OG.
I think they had the better idea game one. Just continue to try to play fast.
Yeah.
Get on the map and get aggressive. Don't give them breathing room.
A dust. It spotted no one. Ether Remnant almost catching him there. Resolution was ready to jump in to bail out no one if needed to. But they're pushing into a high ground. Seb sees them. He blinks away. Oh, a spear actually managed to nail up 33.
He's looking for Sumail right now.
No-Tail. They really want this kill onto No-Tail to dodge the disruption by LTW. He's in trouble. Oh, he's just dead. Popped. Sumail takes him down. Now the bounce in from 33 is going to be able to disrupt this no-tail kill they're searching for so long. They finally did get it, but it comes at a cost to Seb. He's now going to be able to chase down Solo as well. A buyback from him, and Arena goes out. A spear trying to get out of this damn arena is Resolution. He wants away from Soxa. Soxa with a dissimulate dodge. A little bit more damage from the Sun Rays, not quite enough. A disruption, and Ether Remnant. CIS, he's trying to get away now with Resolution. They're trying to retreat back to their base because their 2 cores are dead. Solo's going to be left behind as Seb sees him. Oh, a spear. Maybe he can bail him out here. The 3 try and retreat. No-Tail. He wants the kills. He wants the disruption to finish him off. This could just be the 3rd and final lane of barracks here. Double kill for Sumail. They get those 2. The mid lane's pushing in. Tier 4s are available to assault, or they can take a breather and try and push through bottom.
Ooh, there's a lot to unpack in this game. And with 26-18, the score looks kind of close, but 15k gold lead. They can't keep up in these fights, and they're doing such a good job of isolating ILTW or Solo. They're always ripping off one of that combo and making it impossible for them to just hit their 4 big ultis. We haven't really even seen it this game, and I don't think we will, as they're going to try to end the game right here. Buyback. Only Invoker has it. He's already up, but I don't know what he does by himself. They need the AA Ice Blast for the damage.
They've got that. The Strength Morph is already off, so without an Ice Blast, there's not much they can do against this. They try and go for the arena. Sumail is at full health right now. They do have the Meteor combination. That's going to do a little damage to No-Tail, but the supports are not what they need to kill. They need to deal with these cores. As Seb, he's already taken out ILTW. Resolution
no, he pushed him out.
Okay, the Ice Blast is dodged. Sumail is just able to focus on the throne, and with nothing slowing him down, nothing stopping Sumail from getting this throne, Virtus.pro will call it here. OG now leading the series 2-1.
I really think that VP took